Today on East County Eats, we're gonna teach you step-by-step how to make scallop ceviche. And this is a really special episode. We're here at one of Whistle Realty's estate listings in the Ramona community of Highland Hills. Chef Joshua is gonna join us, private chef out here in East County. Let's get to it.
As a busy realtor in San Diego, I'm constantly out and about trying new restaurants around town. I want to share my favorite restaurants in East County with you. I'm Kyle Whistle with Whistle Realty, and this is East County Eats.
All right, Chef Josh, how are you doing, my friend?
Very well.
So you are a private chef.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about what we're gonna make today.
We're making a play on scallop ceviche, chimichurri, and a twice-baked potato.
Okay.
And this all came about because of some bay scallops I found at Catalina Offshore. And then Peruvian-style ceviche always has some potato with it. I wasn't going for tostada, so now we have a carrier that is nice and crunchy like a tostada, but not exactly a tostada.
I love it. And so the menu, when you're cooking for somebody, I mean, do you have a specialty? You kind of do a little bit of everything.
I hate the term farm to table because it gets thrown around way too much, but that is in essence what I do. Most of the dinners I do are a surprise to the guests and to myself. I gather farmers market produce and protein wherever I can. It could be La Mesa Farmers Market, Del Mar, Hillcrest, anywhere, depends on where the party is that day. Bring it all together with a couple other storage shops, and we have usually a 5 to 6 course dinner with a few hors d'oeuvres.
I love it. All right. Well, let's get to it, my friend.
All right. Here we go with our scallop ceviche. Very, very simple, as ceviche always is. This is a big old U10 scallop. Always take the feet off. Those are a bit rubbery when they get cooked. I love using bay scallops for this. Couldn't get any today, so I'm using regular scallops, so I gotta break it down a little bit. Sometimes that's a bit of sacrilege in terms of having this big old gorgeous scallop, but do what we gotta do, you know what I mean?
Make it work.
And then ceviche, lemon juice, lime juice, both, doesn't matter, just as long as you have enough acid in there to cook those proteins. So, a little bit of citrus juice, let that hang out for a couple hours in the fridge. Next, we're gonna start a couple things. We're gonna turn on our pan to cook our corn, and we're gonna toast a chili on the fire. And the corn we're just gonna take off the husk, take it off the cob, just saute it. Sometimes I'll throw it on the grill. Don't go too deep into the corn. The base where it hits the cob is a little rough around the edges. Oil, no oil, it doesn't matter. I could even throw some water in there to get this cooked and it'll be fine. No rules. Just don't want raw corn. All right, taters. So Peruvian style ceviche always has potato. Mexican, not so much. 6 minutes to start. All we're looking for it to be is cooked and done. When it's black, it's done. Throw a little water in, just to finish steaming that up. So we can do this one of 2 ways. Appetizer, which we're gonna do, or hors d'oeuvre. Just depends on the size of the potato. So I'm gonna throw in a couple other potatoes after those are done, just to give us some little hors d'oeuvre giggles of a ceviche. Now that the corn is in there and done, the rest of it is just chopping stuff up and throwing it down. We're gonna throw some oil in here to get ready for our potatoes. Avocado oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, it doesn't matter. Peanut oil, whatever you feel like, olive oil. You can fry with anything you want. So, chilies, garlic, onion of some type. I have a shallot here, I also have an onion. I have 2 avocados, and this adds richness. The corn adds texture, the avocado adds richness. Everything in here is balanced. We will hit every single mark on your tongue and on your palate. So we got a little onion garlic. Garlic gets minced up as much as possible. Keep everything relatively small because we're gonna be piling it into that half a potato. So nothing can be too big. All right, spoon it out. Leave a good portion of our potato in there. It crisps up really nicely, and then drop them into the oil. You might be saying to yourself, how hot should the oil be? It doesn't matter. Just as long as it hasn't been on the heat for 10 minutes, you're good. These can go into cold oil actually, so it doesn't matter at all. But we're looking for you're always looking for around 350 when you fry. If you're up to 375 or down to 340, you're usually gonna be okay. All right, let's finish the rest of this up. We need chiles. This is a Fresno chili, one of my favorite all-purpose chilies. A little jalapeno to round out some of the chili spice flavor. And I want everything somewhat hacked up.
So I know people talk about where the spice is in the pepper.
Yeah.
Settle the dispute. Is it the seed? Is it the membrane?
It's the membrane.
There you go.
The seed is a byproduct of the membrane, and they're really just fibrous. There's not a whole lot of heat in the seeds. They're really just unpleasant to bite through. Onion. You can put 17 different kinds of onion in this. I'm gonna put 2. It doesn't matter. But anytime, it's kind of like using acids. It's always nice to use 2 different acids and maybe something as simple as a salad dressing. Today, we're gonna be using lime juice, lemon juice, and red wine vinegar. Onion, same thing, a little bit of chives, a little bit of shallot, a little bit of sweet onion, all going in the same dish. Isn't anything on you in terms of extra effort, but it provides a lot of kind of flavor dichotomy that tends to blow minds. Herbs, cilantro, of course. And now to take this away from just pure Mexican ceviche, we're gonna throw in a little parsley as well. A little Italian parsley. Always with fresh herbs. Nice tight ball. That way your knife will go through as many leaves as possible with the first run. And like I said, don't mince these up into a powder. Be lazy about it, it's okay. This is not the type of food that you want it small anyways. You want everything relatively the same size. It looks like we got 1 done here. And 2 done.
So what are we looking for to know when they're done, Chef?
That. Golden brown. Salt, 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 salt. As Emerald is famous for saying, it doesn't come seasoned. We're gonna finish making our chimichurri ceviche. A little dried oregano along with our fresh herbs, because it tastes great. A little old American umami. A little Worcestershire. Soy sauce, totally don't need it, but it's hard when it's sitting there not to just throw in a little bit. Once again, a little extra umami. Once again, our doubling up on different acids.
What's that one, Chef?
Red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Good amount of olive oil, go put this one in there. Chile. Now, you'll see a lot of times people running these under water to get the skin off, which, I mean, if you're cooking for your family in the kitchen, you do what you gotta do. However, if you roast a chili and rinse it off underneath the water to get the skin off, you're really rinsing away a lot of that flavor you just worked to obtain. So try to avoid the water rinse if possible. All right, we are done. Everything is in here. Now our scallops that have been marinating. I mean, we can add a little bit of extra lime juice because it's right here. Didn't bring it for nothing. Got to get your beer ready.
And so what made you choose to go with the beer with the ceviche?
You want some, so we have a bunch of brightness. We have a bunch of citrus. In fact, there's so much flavor going on that we're looking to cleanse.
Okay.
So you want something bubbly, cool, and light. Clean, bubbly, and cold to wash down all the richness. Everything else will just be complication.
Okay. All right, guys, let's dive into this. I'm really, really excited about this one. I love ceviche and I love potatoes, so let's get to it. That is absolutely amazing. You got the crunchiness of the potato skin, you got the citrus, you got the texture. That's freaking amazing. If you want to get more info on Chef Josh, have him come out to your house, cook a private meal for you. I know I'm going to be doing that. All the info is going to be down below. Just click that link. We'll get you all the info on him. You will not be disappointed. So if you want more info on Chef Josh or more info on this house, just click the link down below. We'll get you all the details. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of East County Eats.
and clean as you go.